Hey guys, Justin here coming at you from the 2x4 test tent, and it is time for another unboxing video. This is a big one. I've been getting a lot of big stuff lately. This is a real big one. You'll see in a second here. This is whoo boy, this is some primo right here. So we got of course the watt meter, the heat meter, the par meter, the meter, and the katana here. So let's go ahead and get some of these meters out of the way, and we will get into this box, and we will see who it is from. Well, you can probably already see in the title, I'm sure, but we'll go through this here. It's already partially opened, which kind of sucks. Hopefully everything's in here. When it was delivered, apparently it was delivered to the wrong address. They opened it and then sent it back, and then it was delivered to the wrong address again the next time, and I finally ended up getting it. Amazing how they can screw it up twice, but they managed to. Get in here, have some packing. Always gotta have the packing. Get that out of the way. Now, here we go. We have got, as you can see right there, UV. It's got a UV sticker. Let's pop this sucker open. Just gotta flip around this way. Alright. So I guess since you guys have seen in the title, this is actually from HLG. This box. This is their new 650R and the add-on UV bar. I'm really hyped for this whole setup, especially for this UV bar. UV bar is kick-ass. That is for certain. If I can get it out of the plastic here. Look at that. So this is their add-on UV bar for the 650R that goes right in the middle. You can mount it right in the middle of the light so that you get incredible coverage. Give you a close-up of the diodes here. And they're using really high quality on everything on this. This thing is actually got quite a bit of weight to it, considering how small this is. And that seems to really be a theme with HLG. A lot of their stuff, it just feels professional grade. You're looking at just very heavy metal heat sinks and just something that's gonna last. It's built to last. It's as soon as you pick it up, you can tell this is not a cheap LED unit. This is quality right here. So that's something I really dig from HLG. You can always tell right away that it's really good shit. So here's our little splitter. I'm guessing to hook this up in line with everything. So kick-ass there. We'll put that back in the box. Get that out of the way here. Get it in here. There we go. Now we've got another box to get into. Of course, we got the mounting hardware here. Pretty standard. All right. Where'd my blade go? There we go. So let's get in here. Let's see if I can pop this sucker open. Oh, nope, that one's not gonna go. Gonna have to cut that one. Alright. Oh, look at that. Bam. 650R. And then they've got the awesome packing again on here. We got this cool, like foam form-fitting packaging that works great. Look at that light. Holy shit. That is a clean looking beast. Wow. That's incredible. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to dig this out of the box here, so let's do one of these here. Alright, there we go. Got it out of the box. This thing is slick. Holy crap. Take a look at that. That is just a nice looking board. Nice looking set of diodes. Now these are the new LM301Hs, the horticulture grade of the Samsung diodes, and these boards are actually made by Samsung. So they're not just like a Samsung diode board that's been put together somewhere else. These are actually QB648s made by Samsung, specifically manufactured. So you know it's high quality and high efficiency. Now they're claiming an efficiency of 2.81 ppf per watt on this fixture, which is amazing, and that's at 630 watts. 1770 ppf output, supposed to replace the double NDE fixture. It's full spectrum white, and then as you can see, it has quite a few red diodes in there as well to add to your flower spec there. It says it goes from 60 to 630 watts as well, so it does have the dimmer, which they've been putting on a lot of these now. I'll show you that on the back. As on the back side here with this monster driver. So they've been going with the Inventronics driver. So apparently they have tested this out and have decided that this is the way to go, rather than going with the Meanwell. And that allows them, I'm guessing for the same amount of money that they're saving in that, to add the dimmer and everything in there and get you just a nicer package overall. Pretty nice dimmer too, nice little dimmer switch. Splitter goes to the dimmer and everything. You don't have to hook anything up. This is not a DIY kit. This is a buy it and hook it up. It is turnkey, ready to rock. As soon as you get it out of the box, you're going to be able to plug this sucker in and start growing some weed. That is killer. This is just an impressive board. It kind of like, I don't know, maybe it's just the name of it, the 650R and the 550R. They kind of remind me of like sports cars. Like this one's kind of giving me Ferrari vibes. I don't know why, but it just kind of is. It's just kind of giving me just some high-end Ferrari vibes. Maybe it's the red and the white and the yellow. Maybe that's it. It's just the colors, like red, white, and yellow with the black. You got black right there. Yep, this is the Ferrari. We got our ground right there. Pretty standard. You got the super thick heatsink. This board is heavy. Like I said, as soon as you lift something like this up, you know immediately this is quality. Like this is I should start getting a scale out here and weighing these things, like for real. This is a hell of a piece of metal to cool all these boards. So they're definitely not only putting their money into high-end boards, but they're putting their money into cooling those boards so that these boards will last a long time for you. That's great. That is absolutely what you should be doing when you're making a high-end LED. So awesome on that. Let's get this sucker hooked up and see what kind of output it has. Now this is going to be made for a 4x4 to a 5x5 tent. I've just got a 2-foot by 4-foot tent, so it's going to absolutely blow the friggin' doors off of this tent. But we can definitely see some output and compare this to other lights that I've put in this tent, since I have run so many lights in this setup. So let's get this hooked up and get some readings, and we'll go from there. I almost forgot to show you what was in the box here for the light itself. You get your rope ratchets, and of course they give you the metal gear, the good rope ratchets. You've got just a safety information sheet. Looks like here, just standard BS. And then you've got your hanging kit, carabiner, metal wire kit. Pretty standard there. One thing that's missing, I don't see an instruction manual, like a regular instruction manual. Not that you really need one, honestly. I mean, it's pretty damn basic. Here's your instruction manual. You plug this in, it works, and then you turn this to make it brighter and dimmer. There's your instructions. You don't really need a manual, honestly. But that is something that's kind of unusual to have absent. So that is something that I noticed. But let's get this hooked up and blasting some light. Alright, we are back and have this thing hooked up. It's actually really easy to hook up, just like everything else has been here. You got your carabiners here that hook in, up to the big carabiner there, to the rope ratchets going all the way to the top of the tent. So pretty damn easy. I've got this set to 16 inches as usual. That's usually where I start most of these lights off at. So there you can see 16 inches all the way across. And let's see what this bad boy can do. So you can obviously see it can be dimmed to 0. So let's see what it takes to get this to kick on here. There we go, that's about the lowest that you can go. Oh man, that's a sexy board. Oh my god! Look at that! Holy shit! That is an incredibly huge and sexy board. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is tight. Super tight. So let's take a look and we'll see what we're pushing here. Actually, let me set up the watt meter here too. Set to watts. 65 watts is what we're pushing right now. Let's see what we're looking at as far as the par goes. Looking like 250. So yeah, perfect for veg. You turn this thing all the way down, all the way down at 16 inches, and it's going to be perfect for veg at 65 watts. That's absolutely incredible. 65 watts, and you can pretty much veg this whole tent. At least a 3x3, 4x4, I would say. I'd say 3x3 at a bare minimum. Like, it's not even going down that much. There's the 200 right there. Basically like at the edge of the board. 200. You don't really want to go too much lower than that for veg, honestly. Anywhere from 200 to 300 is usually where I like to sit. Occasionally I'll get above 300, but then I start seeing stress and stuff like that a lot of times on the upper leaves, so I back it down a little. So let's see how far this thing goes up. Crank it up. Let's watch the meter go up. Let's see how high this thing can go. $1,000. $14. 15, 16, 17, holy shit, 19, 21, 22, holy shit, dude, my meter shut off when I was going up, but yeah, all the way up to 24, 25. 2425. Holy crap, man. That is pumping some light. That is the highest reading I think I've had in here at 16 inches. That is almost maxing out my meter. This meter maxes out at like 28 something. Like, here, let me pick it up here. Yeah, 2886 is where it maxes out. And this is pushing 2430. Holy shit. That is some serious power. Unbelievable. I honestly can't believe how much this is putting out right now. They look so small, like, look at the tiny diodes. All those tiny diodes together make an incredible amount of light. That is killing the game right there. 24, 24. And I noticed while I was turning the dimmer, it actually has like a, it's kind of nice, it has like a midway point. So you've got all the way down, and then you've got right there's a midpoint. Let's see where it sits for midway up. 1900. Not quite half, I would say, but there is like a nice little notch in there where it kind of clicks at the midpoint. But it definitely goes higher from there. So you can crank that sucker right up. Bam! All the way to the top. That is outstanding. I think the 550, I can't remember. I'll have to go back and watch the video, but I think the 550 was pushing 1700 at this same height. So if that's the case, this is just blowing the doors off of the HLG 550 in a major way. Like, 600 par is huge. I mean, you could grow colas with 600 par, like nice colas with 600 par. We're talking, that's the gap between this and the previous light. That is incredible. Damn, son, this thing is hot. Just cooking, absolutely cooking. Holy crap. So, all right, let's get the UV bar out. Let's get the UV bar hooked up and play with that a little bit. And yeah, I'm just, wow. I'm just so impressed by this light. Every time HLG sends me a product, like, the hype is real, guys. The hype is real. Everybody says, oh, you can buy the knockoffs, you can buy the knockoffs. Man, every time I've heard of somebody getting a knockoff, it did not put out this kind of light. It did not put out this kind of light. It may look the same. It may look the same to your eye, but the par meter doesn't lie, man. Unless you have a par meter, you really don't know what you're putting out. Boy, with all the excitement, I forgot to check the wattage here, so let's take a look at the wattage real quick. 634. And it says 630, so right in there, right in the wheelhouse. 634 is what it's pushing right now to kick out 2400 par to the middle. That's incredible. Even if you go out to the edge, like at 16 inches, tilt that in a little bit. 1480 at the side. That's at 4 feet. So if you're looking at a 4x4, 1400 at the side. This is definitely gonna crush a 4x4. It's probably gonna be a 5x5 light. Honestly, you're gonna absolutely smash a 4x4. You'll definitely need the dimmer in a 4x4, or just raise it up super high. But I would probably dim it, save yourself some electricity and some heat. But yeah, that's killing the game, man. 1400 at the side. Check the corner real quick, just for shits and giggles. 1482, 76, 86. Yeah, so still 1400. Like, so we're looking 2400 in the middle and 1400 at the sides. This thing absolutely smashes a 4x4. Absolutely smashes. That's incredible. Damn. So let's get this UV bar out and see what the deal was with that. All right, here we are. We're back. Got this thing hooked up. This was incredibly easy to hook this light bar up. Absolutely simple. Just had to take out 2 screws to mount the bracket here to the top. It's the screws that hold the driver in. So you just take out those 2 screws, and then you can mount the brackets right on there, right on there. Pop that bar in, and you are good to go. Look at that. And it this light isn't on. It looks like it's lit up, but it's actually the UV reflecting off the bottom and then illuminating all the diodes. These are not on at all. Looks cool as fuck though. That is that's pretty killer, man. I really like it. It's placed perfectly. It's right in the middle. You got to snug it up against this this washer over here. Here, I'm gonna turn the main light on so we can actually see what's going on. The camera kind of wigs out with this just UV light. That is wow. That's super nice. That UV bar is perfect placement, really. Right down the middle of the fixture. You can see it's not really being blocked, or not blocking a lot of light or anything. It's not very illuminated overall. It's just very, very good placement. My only complaint would be the placement of the cord here. I would like to see it on the end, just so it goes up this way, just to make it a little cleaner. I think I'd probably like clamp it right here, just to make it a little bit cleaner looking, a little more out of the way. That's really the only complaint. Very minor complaint, to be honest on that. But you know, gotta have something to complain about. It can't be completely perfect, right? Looks great though. Amazing. And I decided I wanted to reshoot the par test. Now that the UV bar, it only adds 20 to 22 par to the test, so it's not really going to affect the test. But I did notice when I played back the video that the light was shifted a little bit to this way by about 2 inches, about that far. So I decided to shift it back over. So I've set this back up. You can see I actually put it up backwards because I'm doing this on a different day. So we're back to 16 inches, as you can see. And then we are 11 inches off the side on both sides here. So 11 inches that way, 11 inches that way, and we're good. So everything is kosher and set. So let's check the par again. It's not going to be a huge difference, but I didn't want to mislead anybody or have anybody bitching about it in the comments. So there we go. We're about to the same par that we were, 2400. I think it was like 2424 or something like that. I think I may have been 1 click lower on the light last time. So right about where we're at. So let's take it out. That's right in the middle. Let's take it out to the side. And we'll angle the sensor here. There we go. Get a good angle on it. Just lay it there. So there you go. It's not 1400, so it only went down 150. Like I said, not a huge difference. Still absolutely crushing it on the side. So this is going to be as if you were in a 4-foot tent, because it's 4 feet this way. So if you had a 4x4, this would be your sides at 16 inches, which is killing it. That's super high. This is almost uncontrollable, to be honest. 2300 is almost uncontrollable. You have to really be on your nutrient regimen and not be root bound and just have the right strain and everything to really push that hard. So it's definitely a beast of a light. Let's go over to the far side here. Do the same thing over on that side. 1300. Yeah, so pretty damn even side to side. So there's your 4-foot marker on each side. We'll do the inside 2-foot just for shits and giggles here. Yeah, that's ridiculous right there. Oop. 2200. Yeah. This thing puts out some serious power, no doubt. So I'm gonna go ahead and raise this up to a higher level and try and achieve optimum par rating for this light and see what I come up with. So I will be right back. This setup is primo as fuck. Like, no doubt, this is pretty much what you want. If you got a 4x4 tent or a 5x5 tent and you got about $1,200 or so, bam, this is what you need to get. And this will last a long time for you and grow so much bud. And even, everybody says, oh, $1,200, I could get a HPS for $400 or $300 or whatever. Yeah, so what? You're also spending 1,000 watts worth of electricity on that. Then you're cooling that 1,000 watts. Then you're replacing a bulb every so often. Plus, with all that infrared heat that's being blasted onto your buds, it's making all your buds foxtail, and your quality goes to shit. So, come on. Like, sure, you can do it cheaper. You can do a lot of things cheaper. But if you're a good grower, $1,200 is going to pay for itself in one cycle. This light is for a 4x4 or a 5x5 tent. If you've got a 4x4, you should be pulling at least a pound, bare minimum, out of a 4x4 tent with a light like this. That's absolute bare minimum. If you're pulling less than that, you really need to maybe find another hobby or just do some research, because you really should have no problems paying for this light in one cycle. It'll save you money by not having to buy weed from dispensaries, which just completely bend you over. So you got to really think about it in cost savings of electricity and cost savings in the bud that you smoke in a light like this. And it really makes $1,100 or $1,200 not sound like a lot. Plus, put it on Amazon credit or PayPal credit for real. Like, that's how I started my first 4x4 tent grow, was Amazon and PayPal credit. PayPal, I know, does 6 months no interest financing. You can harvest in 4 months, pay that fucker off, and you don't even have to pay any interest. Like, it's genius, absolute genius. So this thing is just is killer, and I want to see as many people get this as possible. Get the link below if you want to check this out. It's on growershouse.com. This whole thing is actually made possible again from growershouse.com through HLG. I've been speaking with both of them, and Growers House has just been amazing. HLG has been amazing as well. Just a great experience through and through. Nothing bad to say at all. I do a lot of light reviews, and some of these companies kind of jerk me around and gonna give me something, not gonna give me something, and do a discount code, no discount code, or whatever. Like, these guys are straightforward, super easy to deal with, and I imagine that's going to translate through to their customer service as well, which is really cool. So let's get the heat gun out, and we'll take a look. This thing's had a chance to warm up. We'll see where we're sitting. Shouldn't be too bad, actually, because this is a lot of metal. Yeah, that's not bad at all. 100 degrees? Really? That is crushing it. I figured it'd be at least 120. Wow. That is shocking. And the driver, it's shiny. It may not be reading correctly. Let me feel it here. No, that is also not hot. Wow. What the hell? Well, it's not cranked all the way up yet. I'm gonna crank this thing up. That's killer. It was sitting at about half, which was 1900 par on the meter. I'm gonna crank this thing up. I'm gonna let it sit here for about a half an hour or so, let it warm up, and then we're gonna hit it with the meter again. So far, this is really cool to the touch. Like, this is one of the coolest to the touch fanless units that I've felt so far. Like, this is just, the driver is absolutely lukewarm. It is not even hot at all. That's pretty impressive. So let's let this sucker warm up some more, and we'll see what happens. All right, we're back, and I've let this thing heat up some, and that's more like it. 130. That's still really good for how much power this thing is pushing. I've tested LEDs that had 200 watts that were pushing 130. So yeah, this is really good. 120 on the driver. It looks like 134, 135. It's really even on the heat. Another thing you usually see on lights is hot spots. You usually see a big hot spot somewhere. Doesn't really look like it here. Looks super even. That's that really thick metal helping out with that. So yeah, this thing is legit, man. This is absolutely legit. Man, I cannot believe this setup. For real, guys. This is no joke. This is no joke. If you're looking to blow up your 4x4 or 5x5, this light will do it 100%. I have no doubt in my mind whatsoever that this light will outperform 1000 watt HPS in a 4x4. It'll do it for less power, less heat, and you're going to get all that bud in super high quality, because you're not going to have a bunch of heat blasted onto your buds making them foxtail. Yeah, I mean, 130 degrees here. It's of course hot to the touch. Driver, a little hot to the touch. Drop a fan on here, blow a fan on the top, cool it off, help your electronics to last longer. I know it's a fanless unit, but I always recommend putting a fan on a fanless unit. It's only going to help you out, because if you keep your electronics cooler, they will last you longer. So you're going to save your driver, you're going to save your diodes, you're going to do yourself a favor if you help cool this light. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. This thing is killing the game, for real, and you definitely need this dimmer knob, because this thing is bright as hell. Alright, we are back, and we have achieved a much more manageable par rating at a much higher level. This thing really punches out some light. It is nuts. So we're at 27 inches, and still the same spacing. Have not moved it on the spacing at all. So now I've got this dialed in to where I feel it would be much more manageable. So 27 inches, look at that. 1400 in the center, which is awesome. You're gonna have amazing fat colas, and even at 1400, you're going to need to be on your nutrient game, your pH, everything's going to need to be on point. Anything over 1,000, you better be on point, like for real. So you could really push this light up to 30 inches, maybe even 32 inches. If you're a little bit newer grower and you're not so much on the nutrient game, I would probably push it up a little higher to lower the par rating. It's definitely not going to hurt. You can overdrive your plants if you're not careful. So we can move this out, and it's not going to move very much. This light really just punches out some power. So you see we dropped to 912, but that's with the sensor flat. If we angle it, there we go. 1025 at the 4 foot. So 27 inches off the ground, or off your canopy. We won't say off the ground. 27 inches off the canopy. You're looking at 4 foot rating of 1,000 from edge to edge. Let me throw it over here to the other edge. So there it is on the other edge. Can you read that? I can't tell. Damn light's so bright it's washing out all the color in my camera viewfinder here. So there you go, 1100 on that side. And then let's go corner. Straighten out the corner there so it's not blocking, hopefully. We'll go from above. Oh, and the meter shut off. There we go. Alright, let's try that again. So 927 with no angling of the sensor. So still amazing, even in the corner. This light really just smashes. Incredibly smashes. Like, no doubt in my mind, this light will crush a 4x4 or a 5x5, whichever you want to do. It's amazing. Like, I don't know what else I could say about it. Like, everybody says I get too, or well, not everybody, but some people say I get too excited about these lights and stuff, and oh, it's fake and this and that. No, like, for real, this is imagine Christmas every day. That's what this is. That's what the feeling of unboxing something like this is, and being able to test it and actually have a meter to see what it does. And I mean, if you know how to read a par meter, you know I'm not over exaggerating, because there's the meter right there, there's the proof. So yeah, this is killing the game, man. Absolutely killing the game. Hit the link below, Grower's House. You can check this out on Grower's House. I believe I'm going to have an Amazon link down there as well. It's a really good light. It's a really good light. If you can afford to do this, I would definitely hook it up. You can do the PayPal credit, Amazon credit. That's what I did for my first light and my first tent and ventilation and everything. I just put it on PayPal and Amazon credit, and they have like 6 months no interest. Pay that off in 4 or 5 months when you harvest. Boom, there you go. You just got a setup. So that's man, this thing just crushes. That's pretty much it though. I don't have a whole lot else for this review. I've pretty much covered all the bases. Well, actually I could do one more thing real quick. Since we have it at this height, 27 inches, let's see where we would have to turn it down for veg, because it does have the dimmer. So let's dial it back a little bit here. So let's say probably about 350, 360 in the middle. And that should put us probably about right on the edge. 250. Yeah, 250, 350. That's about where I would set it personally. Some people may set it differently, but let me see where we're at as far as the wattage goes. There we go. 177 watts. So at 27 inches, you can turn this sucker down to 177 watts, and you're going to be vegging about a 4x4 area. 177 watts to veg a 4x4. That's killing it, man. That really is. So that's one final test we can do on it there before we peace out. But that's pretty much it for this review, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I have. This light is just absolutely killing the game in a major way. And until next time, guys, happy growing.